welcome back to another weekend vlog. If you're new here, I'm Anna. This is where I talk about the books that I read, and I also film my silly little life. Happy Saturday. It is in fact Saturday morning. I've just made myself a nice iced blueberry latte, which you saw, and I'm just in bed reading my book. I don't know if you can see that. To be honest, I don't have any big weekend plans, but I will just take you along and show you what a very normal weekend looks like. For me, I might be sitting a little bit funny because I had some very minor surgery on my back 2 days ago, and I can't really lean back or lean against anything, so reading is a bit difficult at the moment, but I'll make do. Yeah, no big plans. Today is just a reset day, I would say. I will do my chores, and then tomorrow we want to go for a nice walk because the sun is out, and I found this list that this influencer who also lives here put together, where he listed all his favorite places to walk his dog. So we might choose one of those and drive there or go there, however, and check it out. So yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. But yeah, for now I will just have a quiet morning, read my book and sip on my coffee, and then probably make a to-do list for today and get started at some point. Probably, and I'm just doing my skincare. I had a big cry earlier today, so half of my makeup was already gone, which means half of my skincare was already done. No, of course I still have to clean my face properly. Anyway, sad girl skincare hack. As I predicted, today was pretty uneventful in terms of things that we did, or things that I did. We walked the dog and then came home, had some lovely cake, and I read for a little bit. And then I was very close to taking a nap, involuntarily, I might add, because I've been so tired. And also I've been freezing. I don't know what it is, but I'm at home, under my blanket and everything, I'm just freezing. Okay, I have to go check on my dinner real quick. Everything is under control. I am having a ready meal tonight because I can't be bothered to cook. It's not just that I can't be bothered to cook, but I don't know what to eat, which is most of the time a sign that I am overwhelmed and not doing so well, I guess. But I don't know, I'm not in the mood for anything. So yeah, ready meal it is, which is fine. And then we are watching 1 or 2 documentaries tonight. And then I have to take out the dog at some point, and I have to be very specific about this because one of the football clubs is playing a really big match today, and we live fairly close to the stadium. And people are going crazy already. They already did some fireworks earlier, and Remy was so scared. So I have to wait for the perfect moment to take her out tonight. I think the match starts at 8:30, so that's probably when I will go out with her. Fun times. Football fans are the best, you know. They've been all over our neighborhood for 2 days already, and it's been super annoying. So yeah, I'm kind of done with this. Yeah, love football fans, love football culture. Man, it's just so emotional, you know. Anyway, let's finish this skincare routine. I got this new serum that I want to try. It's glycerin, and it's overnight moisture serum. So let's see. My friend Anto recommended this to me, and I'm sure it will be lovely. Speaking of Anto, we are doing a reading date tomorrow at the park because the weather is supposed to be nice. So we'll just meet up and read our books for a little bit. Oh yeah, talking about books, I wanted to talk to you about the books that I'm reading. I am reading Martyr by Kaveh Akbar, I think, and I'm sure you've heard about this because it's being hyped up at the moment, rightfully so. But I have to say, it's taking me such a long time to read it. I can always read like 1 or 2 chapters at a time, and then I have to take a break because I feel like my brain has to really chew on it. He is a poet, and it is written in a somewhat lyrical way. And I think that just always takes me some time. I think it's similar to Ocean Vuong, On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous, which also took me quite some time to read. Also, which wasn't my favorite, but I'm really interested in his new book that has just come out, I believe. Anyway, so yeah, I'm reading Martyr, but I have to say it's amazing. Don't get me wrong, it's an amazing book. It's about this man who's originally from Tehran, and his mother, and I never know if I can say this on here or not, but she is killed in an airplane crash because the US government during the war accidentally attacked this passenger plane, and she's on it because she was traveling from Tehran to Dubai, I believe, to visit her brother. And it's all about grief and how the death of his mother affects him, and how immigrating into the US with his father at a very young age affects him. And he, well, the main character is dealing with addiction, and also he is now writing this book on martyrs. And currently, because he is not obsessed, but he is thinking about how he wants his death to have meaning. Yeah, that's what the book is about so far. And we get chapters from different characters' perspectives, which I quite enjoy. And yeah, it's written in a very poetic way, which on the one hand, it takes me more time to read it, but on the other hand, the writing is just beautiful. So yeah. Alright, she's moisturized, so let's check on dinner and get comfy. Happy Sunday. The sun is shining, no rain in sight. It's 20 degrees. This is just the perfect weather for a nice Sunday. Yeah, we had a terrible night. I told you yesterday that the football club was playing, and they actually won, so people were going crazy. Remy and I went to bed our usual time around 10, 11, and I was still watching TV, which I'm still rewatching Buffy, and I'm having the best time because now I'm on season 6, which is one of my favorite seasons. All of a sudden there were these huge fireworks. Well, not even fireworks, it's just loud firecrackers, you know. They are not even pretty or anything, they're just loud and annoying and dangerous. And of course Remy panicked, and yeah, she was just trying to climb into me basically, or going to the living room and staying with Chris. So she was just switching back and forth all the time wherever it was the loudest. And also I couldn't sleep because whenever I would fall asleep there would be another firecracker, and it was all super close to our house, and then I would wake up, and of course I was also up because I was worrying about Remy. And yeah, I hate it. Should be illegal. I mean, it is illegal to set off fireworks and firecrackers in the middle of May, but Germans don't really care about that, I guess. Yeah, and then Remy was so stressed that she had to go out twice during the night because she, you know, had an upset stomach. So we had to take her out twice. The last time was around 3:30, 4 o'clock. I don't really remember. And she still has an upset stomach. So thank you to all the football fans once again. I hate you. And yeah, you're trash. But we managed to get up at some point, and now I'm just trying to enjoy the day, even though I'm super tired, but I can always go to bed early tonight. I thought to, you know, turn this into a positive segment of this video. I thought I would show you some books that I recently picked up. I went to Berlin last weekend, and I went to one of my favorite bookshops, Dussmann. They have this, Dussmann is this huge shop, and then within the shop you have an English bookshop. So it's a shop within a shop, which for some reason it makes me happy. I don't know. I like the concept. And yeah, I went there and we spent probably 1.5 hours there just going through all the books, and I had a little list because sometimes I get overwhelmed when the selection is so big, so I made a little list of books that I wanted to get. I think I only got one book that was actually on my list, and I might have gotten 2 other books that were not on the list, but I saw them and I was like, oh my god, I saw this on YouTube. And then I wanted to get them. So yeah, let me show you what I got. Let me maybe start with the one that was actually on my buying list, which is Colony by Annika Norlin. I think she's definitely Scandinavian. Yeah, she's from Sweden. So this is translated fiction, and this is about a woman who's in the midst of a burnout, and she goes camping, I believe, and she meets this group who seem to live there, I believe. Turns out it's a cult. This is a cult story. That's what got me interested, of course, because I love cult stories. When I was still working at university, I taught a literature course on cult stories, which was one of my favorite courses I have ever taught. And of course we talked about sociological theories and psychological theories, focusing on, okay, why do people tend to join cults? And then we read Educated by Tara Westover, I believe, which is one of my all-time favorite books. We also read, what else did we read? We also read The Book of Mormon, the musical script, and we watched some clips from the musical. And then we also watched the film, wait, I have to look this up. The title is so long. We also watched Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene, which whenever I watch videos on people who do deprogramming for former cult members, or have been in a cult themselves, which usually goes hand in hand, but they always reference this film as one of the most realistic depictions of a cult. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, highly recommend. It's very dark, and definitely check the trigger warnings before you watch it because it is quite disturbing. But yeah, that university course was amazing and my students were so lovely and we had a great time talking about cult and the media that we analyzed. So yeah, another cult story for me, Colony. I'm very intrigued. I also feel like this would be a good summer read, so perfect for the nice weather that is upon us. Next up, similar to this one, a book that I saw on the Slaggy book club, which is my current booktube obsession, I would say. It's called Favorite Daughter by Morgan Dick. I love this cover, it's so pretty. And this is about two sisters or two half-sisters who don't know each other, but their father dies, so they share the same father, and he dies, and then one of the sisters goes to therapy, and the therapist is actually her half-sister. So yeah, I thought the premise of this book sounded quite interesting. This might be my next read, to be honest, because I'm so intrigued by the story. Another sister story. It's so funny because I don't even have a sister, but for some reason I feel very drawn to stories about sisters. I don't know. Maybe I should think about that, or maybe not. Maybe it's just fine, you know? Anyway, this one. And finally, I picked up a book that I've been eyeing for months now. And yeah, I'll just show you and then I'll tell you a little bit about it. I got Didion and Babbitts by Lily Anolik. I mean, this is me as a book. I love Joan Didion. She's one of the main inspirations in life to me. Not to get all corny, but that's just the way it is. And so far, I only read one book by Eve Babbitts and I wasn't that into it, but I'm very intrigued to learn more about their common history and how they influenced each other and how their relationship was. When I went to Dussmann, they already had the new Didion, Notes to John, I believe it's called, and oh my god, it looked so good. I can put a picture up. But it was hardback, which was one of the reasons why it looked so good. It looked very sophisticated, very much a book that you would like to carry around and be like, look, I'm reading this. Sometimes you have to be pretentious, you know? Anyway, it was so expensive, so I didn't get it. And this was right next to it, and I had been planning on reading this anyway, so I thought this was a good alternative to the other new Didion. So yeah. Also, I feel like this is a good book for summer to read at the park, maybe at night on the balcony, have a little bit of white wine, read this book, get inspired. Yeah. It even has pictures. Oh my god, I love it. Love when a book has pictures, especially non-fiction books. All right. Oh, we have a visitor who has been in the sun on the balcony because that's her favorite thing to do. Yeah. And now she needs to cool off. That's what she does. She goes on the balcony, getting herself fried for like 20 minutes. Then she comes inside to cool down. Then she goes out again. She has the perfect system, I would say. All right, those are the books that I got. Okay, I have to open the door for her. One moment. The queen needs my attention. It's already so late. Usually I get up way earlier on Sunday, but because we had such a dreadful night, we tried to sleep a bit longer this morning. But yeah, I think it's time for a second coffee of the day. And I think I will sit on the balcony and read some more of Martyr, and at some point I have to have some lunch. But my timetable is a bit all over the place today, so let's see when I feel hungry. Anyway, hope you have a nice Sunday.